The latest on COVID vaccines as the supply continues to run low. How one business in southeast Kansas is helping frontline workers. There was one winner in the Mega Millions drawing. We'll tell you where the winning ticket was sold.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Across the U.S., hospitals and healthcare facilities are scrambling to get more COVID vaccines. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Chris Warner. In New York City, the weekly supply was running close to empty Friday, with thousands of appointments postponed and vaccination hubs temporarily shut down. The nationwide shortfall comes with growing concern over a more contagious coronavirus variant from the UK, which has been detected in at least 22 states. CBS News correspondent Danya Bacchus reports from Los Angeles.
New York's governor warned against COVID fatigue as he announced another 144 deaths across the state in one day.
Don't get cocky with COVID.
Like so many states, New York is struggling with a shortfall in vaccine. Governor Andrew Cuomo says New York gets 240,000 doses each week and has 7 million eligible essential workers and seniors.
This is going to take us 15, 16, 17 weeks.
Adding to the urgency, the CDC has warned that a more contagious COVID-19 variant, first seen in the UK, could be the dominant strain in the U.S. by March.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is working to make vaccines available to your local pharmacies by early February.
President Biden also says wearing masks from now until April can save some 50,000 lives. In hard-hit Los Angeles, vaccination sites are opening across the county, including at Cal State Northridge. At a vaccine site at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in North Carolina, people expressed excitement.
It was seamless, it was amazing, it was well organized, it was painless.
While others were relieved to receive their shots.
We've lost family, and that's very hard, so we want to do it for them too.
Joyce Isom lost her brother to COVID-19 in April, and she says her 84-year-old mom survived the virus but died from heart failure. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
A U.S. official tells CBS News about 150 of the more than 25,000 members of the National Guard deployed to Washington since January 6th have tested positive for COVID-19. And another chilly night out, and I understand there may be some rain on the way. Nick Kelly joining us.
Well, so far we kept the rain away on our Saturday so far, Chris, and despite the increase in the clouds, temperatures fared where they should for late January. We started out at 25, that's the average low for this morning, and 44, just about our average high of 45 for this January 23rd. We've kept quiet for much of the day with mostly cloudy skies in place, but over the past few hours we've seen more rain develop across southern parts of the viewing area, especially along and south of I-44. Most of that isn't reaching the ground just yet. It's overcoming a little bit more in the way of drier air near the surface, but more moisture is going to overcome that issue with rain chances picking up tomorrow. But we have snow to the north, all that's ahead of our next storm system spinning out in the west. At the very least, you don't have to worry about temperatures dropping off much more from here on out. Most of us right now in the upper 30s to lower 40s. I really think that's where we stay for the course of the night. Despite clouds on the increase, if not completely cloudy for the day tomorrow, I think even with some periods of on and off light showers or drizzle, we can get highs back near 53. We'll see the other rain chances lined up for the week ahead of us. Coming up in a bit, Chris.
All right, Nick, thank you so much. A fire breaks out near downtown Joplin. The fire started in a commercial building in the 400 block of East 8th Street. Officials with Joplin Police Department say there were no injuries. Joplin Fire Department, Police Department, and Mets all responded to the scene. Riggs Chiropractic in Riverton taking some time today to honor those on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. Frontline workers were invited to what Riggs called Lovin' on Frontline Workers. There was a breakfast bar, spinal screenings, spine classes, and something everyone could enjoy, massages. Riggs says this is just their own way of giving back to those giving so much.
We love it. We just appreciate what they do every day so much, and so we just want to love on them a little bit.
Mental health screenings were also offered at today's event. Well, China is battling its worst outbreak of coronavirus infections it has seen in months, as it marks 1 year since COVID-19 forced the city of Wuhan into an unprecedented lockdown. The city of 11 million people was effectively shut down for a SARS-like virus that, at the time, did not have a name. CBS News was the first international broadcaster in Wuhan as people started dying from COVID. Remy Inocencio his team are back on the ground with the progress and the setbacks of the past year.
1 year since his father died from COVID, Zhang Hai still refuses to pick up his ashes. This is as close as he'll allow himself to the funeral home. His personal protest as he sues Wuhan for silencing early warnings. Their cover-up is murder, he says. They should be held accountable. There should be apologies. Zhang says his 76-year-old father might still be alive if he hadn't brought him in for unrelated surgery. I feel angry and sad, he says. More commoners died than officials. There wasn't equality in death. His father, now part of China's official toll, fewer than 5,000 lost to COVID. But across town, the government's bigger narrative is that China won and made no mistakes. This massive exhibition now praises President Xi Jinping, then frontline workers, for beating back COVID.
This is Wuhan now on this first anniversary of the lockdown. It's so jarringly normal with people out and about, so different from the reality in the United States and so different from many countries around the world.
Chinese officials say that the coronavirus might have come from someplace else.
You can't rule it out.
Peter Daszak is one of the 14 World Health Organization experts finally allowed into China. They landed last week to find COVID's origin.
What's the probability that COVID originated here in China?
It's unclear if China, the country, is the real source, the original source of the virus. The evidence right now suggests a high probability that the region of Southeast Asia is where this started. In bats, that's where it originated.
Zhang Hai says his father's ashes will stay where they are until the Communist Party apologizes. Letting people know what really happened is beneficial for our country and future, he says. But for now, lies are everywhere, and few will speak the truth.
Remy Inocencio, CBS News.
We take this time now to honor one of our many four-state heroes. Corporal Wesley Hall, the Sedan, Kansas native, served in the Army from 1942 to 1945 and participated in several battles, including the Battle of the Bulge and the Battle of Normandy. And we are proud to salute Corporal Wesley Hall, tonight's four-state hero. Now, if you'd like to learn more about other heroes, or if you'd like to submit one of your own, all you need to do is go to our website. It's KOAMnewsnow.com. And that is a look at our top stories and a quick check of the forecast on the KOAM News at 10. Just ahead, someone in the U.S. is nearly $1 billion richer. We'll tell you about the winning Mega Millions ticket. And we may have the luxury of living in Chiefs Kingdom, but what about those who don't? We'll take you to a home away from home for Chiefs fans. Winning the $1 billion Mega Millions jackpot for so many of us is unimaginable. But that's the reality for one person after they bought the winning ticket at this Novi Kroger. It's on Grand River Avenue near Beck, which is just outside of Detroit. The winning numbers, which you might as well not check your ticket, were 4, 26, 42, 50, 60, and the Mega Ball is 24. Lottery officials say Friday night's jackpot was the third largest in U.S. history. Your odds of winning the Mega Millions is 1 in more than 302,500,000. To put that in perspective, multiple reports say you're more likely to get struck by lightning or be allergic to water or even become a movie star. No winner has come forward as of yet. While Bills fans are looking for a place to call home in Kansas City this weekend, Chiefs have their own backers bar in Buffalo. Reporter Marley Tuskus from our sister station in Buffalo has more.
Our allegiance definitely is for one team in particular.
Taking a look around the inside of Casey's Black Rock, it's not hard to tell which team that is.
Go Chiefs.
Despite living in Buffalo Bills territory, Vinny Garofalo became a Kansas City Chiefs fan as a kid, thanks to his dad, who loved watching Joe Montana. So when he opened up the bar last December on Amherst Street, he had an idea.
We basically were just like, we're going to try something that's never been done in Buffalo before. If you see Bills backers bars, they're everywhere. Prague, Kazakhstan, everywhere all over the world. And you do not see a bar that does not primarily root for Bills Mafia in Buffalo. So we decided to take our chances.
And soon other Chiefs fans started to join him.
We've built a small little family. It started off as a couple of us. Now we got about 10, 15 people that come in every Sunday for the game. So it's nice.
But being in the heart of Bills country, Garofalo says Bills Mafia is of course welcome, and he even has some Bills gear hanging up, which is why he was so excited to see both teams advance to the AFC Championship, where they'll face off this Sunday.
I feel like we willed it to happen. These are the two best teams left in the AFC. It's without a doubt, and I think that this is the game that we all saw coming months ago, and here we are this Sunday.
Well, Kansas City's mayor has made a little friendly wager with the mayor of Buffalo ahead of this weekend's AFC Championship matchup between the Chiefs and the Bills. Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas put some of the city's famous barbecue on the line from local joint Gates Barbecue. But if the Chiefs come out on top, Buffalo will send over, what else? Buffalo wings. Lucas says, win or lose, it's nice to see both long-suffering franchises experiencing some success.
One thing you will never say about Buffalo or Kansas City is that our fans are bandwagon people. We have been there through thick and thin. And for Kansas City, as a kid who grew up when I did, we went through a whole lot of years and no playoff wins. We went through some tough teams, some 2-14 seasons not that long ago. And so that's why I'm so excited. So I really like to celebrate how strong and how good of fans we are.
The winner of the Chiefs-Bills matchup will be facing the winner of the Green Bay-Tampa game in the Super Bowl. If the Chiefs come out on top, Mayor Lucas says he'll donate the prize to healthcare workers. Well, Nick Kelly's up next with your complete forecast, and a little later, a Knight Industries 2000, which many of you may recall as KITT, now has a new owner.
While it was nice to keep things quiet for today, and even though we started out with mostly sunny skies this morning, cloud cover ahead of our next storm system was really quick to work in, and it's cloud cover that will stick with us for the next few days at the very least, even though it, again, doesn't look like a bad time lapse at all from Indigo Sky just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Looking around the city of Joplin, we are sitting underneath mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures still not too bad. Sitting around 43 right now with the southeast breeze at 8 miles per hour. That does make it feel like 38 degrees. And the humidity is at 51%. I'll explain why that's important when I take you to the radar in a moment. Elsewhere around the region, we have some upper 30s around Fort Scott, Nevada, Stockton, and Greenfield, a couple 37s in Wilmette and Cassville, while we have mainly lower 40s elsewhere at 10:17 on this Saturday night. The Skywatch storm tracker, even though it is hinting at rain, developing around Pittsburgh, Joplin, northwest of Mount Vernon, and certainly looks a little bit more scattered along and south of I-44. That relative humidity you remember ago, around 50% or so, those are the lower levels still trying to saturate. So even with these highest reflectivity showing up here, we might get a random sprinkle or a few raindrops hitting the ground at this stage in the game. But with more moisture on the way, as we continue with mostly cloudy skies in place, we will see better rain chances start to sneak in as early as tomorrow. In the meantime, though, let's venture to the north on the colder side of the storm system. You can see plenty of winter storm watches across Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa, all ahead of not the snow that's there now, but the snow that'll really ramp up with this upper low working into western Nebraska, western parts of Kansas. This will play a role in our forecast as well, even though the brunt of that system is going to stay mainly on top of us just to the north. And then the upper low sitting across California, that also comes into play, keeping clouds and rain chances around for the next few days. So let's break things down for you here. The future track keeps us mostly cloudy. Again, the radar will look like there's a good deal of rain across the area, but as that moisture slowly saturates, we're going to eventually say sprinkles or areas of light drizzle before we hit sunrise in the morning. We'll keep temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s, then we'll hold on to the cloud cover all day long with periods of light showers and some light drizzle on and off throughout the day. Despite that, though, I think temperatures can get back near 50 by lunchtime and at least into the lower 50s because of a good south breeze that we'll have to start the day. 42 in the morning, 49 by noon. We'll have afternoon highs right around 53. So not much in the way of rain or heavy rainfall during the day, but that's going to really change as we see the better rain chances really start to pick up as we head towards Sunday night and Monday. Quick check of the forecast at Arrowhead for tomorrow, though. They'll have to deal with rain and snow chances, as they'll be in the 30s for much of the game. But I would say that's pretty okay football weather. Then again, I'm not the expert on how well the Chiefs play in rain or snow, but hoping that they can pull off the win. So not much in the way of rainfall with Sunday's system, but the rain chances continuing through Monday could bring us to about half an inch to an inch and a half of rainfall before we get a break on Tuesday. Then a few more systems down the line as we break down the 7-day forecast here. 53 tomorrow and for Monday. Then we'll drop back into the upper 20s Tuesday morning. Highs around 44. Another quick system with rain and snow chances possible, right around 37 on Wednesday. We're quiet to start the weekend, Chris, before I see another system with rain by next Saturday.
Not looking forward to these systems, but I'm always looking forward to your forecast, Nick, so thank you.
I know, and hopefully we can both luck out and get a better shot for snow in here, but we'll keep an eye on that for both of us, Chris.
All right, Nick, thank you so much. Well, coming up in sports, Pitt State, Missouri Southern basketball men's and women's teams. Jacob Leonard's got those highlights next.
The Pittsburgh State Gorillas are at home this afternoon for a doubleheader against Fort Hays State. On the women's side, the Gorillas aim to rebound after snapping a 7-game winning streak on Thursday against UNK. Fort Hays State, the highest scoring offense in the league coming into the day, posting 75 per game. Early on, Sydney Crane from the top of the key. Then Maya Williams, she had 15 in this one. Problem is, though, Hayes really didn't miss in the first. They were 13 for 18 in the first quarter. They're up 11. Second quarter, Tristan Gegg, she scores 10 in the first half. PSU scores 41 as a team. They're still down 9. In the third, Jaden Hobbs, she was really good, man. 26 points, 12 assists. Tigers up 15 going to the fourth. Now Tristan Gegg doing what she does in the fourth. She had 17. Then the freshman, Abby Dietschy for 3. Gorillas actually got within 8 in the fourth, but Hayes hangs on to win it tonight, 85-73.
I think what really hurt us was the first quarter, that them being able to drop 30 points within one quarter is pretty impressive feat on their part, but also we just need to lock up more on defense, and I feel like that our deficit would have closed up a lot sooner if we were there defensively tonight.
The men's game now, Gorillas aim to snap a 3-game skid against the Tigers. They were pretty hot early. Check it out, Bobby Arthur Williams all alone for the Jam. He scores 14 in this one. Then Quentin Hardrick off the dribble for 3. It's 12-0 at that point. Hardrick goes for a team-high 15. They're not done, though. Antonio Givens is pretty smooth on the block. Pitt State opens up 22-4. They didn't really let up. Ike Moore connects from deep. PSU up 53-21 at half. Gorillas cruise over Hayes today, 79-68. The Missouri Southern Lions are also at home today, hosting Nebraska Kearney. And the Lion men hit a little bit of a rough patch the last few weeks, dropping 4 of their last 5. Southern aims to get back on track this afternoon in their only meeting of the season with the Lopers. First quarter, it's Cam Martin going to work, getting a little hook to draw. He had 20. Lions open on a 9-0 run. Martin again, this time stepping out, knocking down the 3. Lions up 15-4 at that point. Later on in the quarter, R.J. Smith, no good the first time, does get the putback. Moso up 13. Another one here from Smith. This is a deep 2. At that point, it's 26-13 with 10 left in the half. Late in the first, Martin getting the assist here to Avery Taggart. Taggart hits the 3. Lions up 46-25 at halftime. No problems today. Southern rolls over UNK 85-57. To the women's game now, MSSU looking to hand Kearney its first loss. First quarter, Megan Jackson from the right side hitting the 3. Southern up 1 early. Then the Cassville product, Maddie Stokes, nobody steps out. Just knocks down the short jumper. She had 14. Later in the first, it's the freshman, Beyonce Stocks, knocking down the 3 ball. At that point, it's 14-11 Lions. The second quarter, Carly Turnbull in the paint gets the foul. She had a team-high 18 on the day. The Lions were actually up 1 at half. Third quarter, Caitlin Honeycutt gets the steal, coast to coast. Gets this one in before the buzzer, but the Lions do see their lead slip away. Big fourth quarter for Kearney. Lopers stay undefeated, winning 65-57.
Well, in our league here in the MIAA, there's no cupcakes. You look at 1 through 14. You look at Lincoln, who hasn't won a game, but they've been in every game all the way through to the fourth quarter. We have the same thing with us for the majority of times, and so it's one of those, you got to come ready to play. If you don't bring your A game, you're going to get beat.
Finally, big game here, and it did not disappoint. Webb City and Nevada in the Freeman Shootout Championship game in Frontenac. Nevada wins it 51-50 on a late 3 from Logan Applegate. Applegate finishes with 25, while Nakai Howard leads Webb City with 18. And that's a look at sports. We're back with more news after this.
David Hasselhoff auctioned off his Kit Knight Rider car for $300,000. Now, Hasselhoff is auctioning many personal items in his personal collection, including his personal kit car, a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am styled after the iconic car used in his 1980s television series Knight Rider. The vehicle is similar to the kit car used by his character Michael Knight, but it was not used in television production, and this version of the car, unfortunately, does not talk. A portion of the proceeds from the auction will go to Hasselhoff's charitable organizations, including Global Mobility, a nonprofit that provides free wheelchairs and mobility assistance to individuals with disabilities. And it's still kind of chilly and some fake rain on the radar.
Yeah, it might be drying up on the surface right now, Chris, but the better rain chances start working in tomorrow and especially Monday, with highs both days around 53. We're going to break on Tuesday, then another softer rain and maybe some snow by Wednesday.
All right, Nick, thank you so much. And hey, can't always sit down and watch KOAM News? Don't worry, there's an app for that. Breaking news alerts, today's top stories, all in the palm of your hand with the KOAM News app. It is available free of charge in your favorite store, the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. So download it today. And that is our time for now. Thank you all so much for joining us. We're going to be back tomorrow night at 9 and 10. We'll see you then. Good night.